ഹലോ ഗായ്സ്, നമ്മ വീണ്ടും ലൈവിലേക്ക് വന്നിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇത് ഫുള്ള് ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കാനുള്ളവരൊക്കെ ചാടിക്കേറി വായോ. വൈകിപ്പോയി. വായോ കളിക്കാം. കേറ്. ലെറ്റ്സ് ഗോ. ഖമുണ്ട്രാ. അറിയില്ലേ പോയാ ഓടിയാ കണ്ടം വഴി പേടിച്ച
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Decent chance!
Offside.
Offside. It's a throw in. That's a cute ball. That's an excellent interception. Pele. Nicely intercepted. Roberto Carlos. He won't be happy with that one. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Chouameni. And here's Ibrahimovic. Nice looking ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Costa Corta. Good passing, looking to progress the ball. And he's got away from him. It's Eto! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, I'm glad he took the opportunity to run with the ball when the chance came about. That's the kind of
they
need right now.
And it's Ibrahimovic, who has found support out wide. He has found the way through. Pinches it off him. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Schmeichel clears without hesitation. Bojan Krkić going face to face with his great rival. That is good strength. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now it's Eto. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Ibrahimovic might just make this. And that has left him in a heap. To the keeper it goes. Brazil are a team that take pride in that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
That's good.
That's going to go a long way.
Respect.
Just about within shooting range. And that's what you
Second,
call
അത് goal
inspired
അടിച്ചില്ല.
goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Pele. He's beaten the last man. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Look, the only way of becoming more aware, Peter, is by lifting your head and realising who's where around you.
Good play on the left-hand side here. And it's half-time.
Really good.
Decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So neither side...
Stunning ആയി പോണ് ഇടുന്ന പാസ് ഒക്കെ എല്ലാം സ്റ്റണ്ണിങ് ആവണം എന്താണ് ആർക്കെങ്കിലും അറിയോ
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Well, the ball's gone astray.
Challenge.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And this is Bojan Krkić was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Threads one in. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Pele cuts a frustrated figure right now.
ഒരു മാച്ച് കളിക്കാൻ ഞാൻ റൂം കോഡ് ഇടാം അതിൽ കയറോ അതിൽ കയറാൻ ശരിയാവില്ലടാ ഞാൻ റൂം കേറ്റിയാ നീ അതിൽ കയറിയാ കളിക്കാം പ്ലീസ്. വേറെ ഒന്നും പറയല്ലേ. റൂം കോഡ് ഇട്ട് കയറണത് റിസ്ക് ആണ്.
He's found a way through. Driving
എന്ത്
forwards.
സ്കില്ലാണത്.
Well, he got rid
Bending
because
the
he was
Nari.
under pressure.
Adams did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Chouameni.
പാസിഡറാ.
Sharp little ball here. Oh, good spread. Boyan. Oh, that's a key interception. And here's Batistuta. Costa Curta deals with that comfortably.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Roberto Carlos. Oh, that's fabulous. And this is Ibrahimovic. Oh, shooting
ഗോൾ 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 ഗോൾ. ബ്രോ നെക്സ്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് കളിക്കാം. ഫ്രീ കഴിച്ചു. പിന്നെ എല്ലാവരായിട്ടും കളിക്കും. ഫുൾ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലിയാണ് കളിക്കാൻ പോണ്.
Well, you can
പിന്നെ
see what it means to all
ഞാൻ
of them.
റൂം
A
ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യും.
frustrating
നിങ്ങൾ അതിൽ
game, but
കയറിയാൽ
now
മതി.
they have
കയറി
what they
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ
wanted,
ഉറപ്പായിട്ടും
and
കളിക്കും.
they're rightly pumped and ready
അല്ലാണ്ട്
to
അങ്ങനെ
go again.
പറയല്ലടാ. നിങ്ങളുടെ റൂമിൽ കയറി കഴിഞ്ഞാലേ ഞാൻ ചിലപ്പോൾ ഏതെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ കോഡ് വിട്ടുപോകും.
deadly efficiency.
പണിയാവും
It's an
നമുക്ക്.
example of counter-attacking
First
at
now.
its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So the first moment of real significance.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little
Order time,
influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
ഉണ്ടായിട്ടുള്ള ആരണ്ടോ ഞാൻ പറയണം.
Batistuta. Oh, good take in a good area.
Brazil really are showing all the necessary urgency.
തിരുവാൻഡ്രാണോ? എന്റെ സ്ലാങ് തിരുവാൻഡ്രം പോലെ ഉണ്ടോ? പണ്ട് എല്ലാരും വന്നിട്ട് കൊച്ചിയിലെവിടെയാന്നാണ് ചോദിക്കുന്നത്.
Gets over and intercepts. And reclaimed it in a trice. Chouameni. And this is Eto'o. That looks a good ball through. Bellingham!
വാവ്,
Bellingham! That is
ഇത്രോള്.
brilliant! A finish of true class. And surely now the result's beyond doubt. Referee looks at his watch
First match
and blows
win.
his whistle. Milan are walking off.
ഞാൻ തൃശ്ശൂർ കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂരാണ്. തൃശ്ശൂര് കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂർ.
No less warranted, no less deserving of their efforts. A job done in a highly professional manner.
പുതിയ റൂമാണ് ഓരോ മാച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോഴും പുതിയ റൂമാണ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക.
Man of the match and deservedly so.
ഓക്കെ,
Your final thoughts, Jim?
Milan definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked.
സ്ട്രീം ലാഗ് ആണോ? ലാഗ് ഉണ്ടാ? നോക്കിയിട്ടില്ല. നോക്കിയിട്ടില്ലടാ. ആ, അങ്ങനല്ലടാ. അതേ, ഡിലേ ഉണ്ട്. റൂമിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരേപോലെ തന്നെ ആയിരിക്കും കാണാ. അത് അവന്മാര് നോക്കിയിരുന്ന് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്യണ കാര്യം കൊണ്ടാണ്. നിങ്ങക്ക് ചിലപ്പോ നെറ്റിന്റെ പ്രോബ്ലം ഉണ്ടാവുക അതുകൊണ്ടായിരിക്കുള്ളൂ, അല്ലാണ്ട് വേറെ പ്രശ്നമൊന്നുമില്ല. എല്ലാവർക്കും റൂം ഒരേ ടൈമിൽ തന്നെയാണ് കോഡൊക്കെ കാണാം. പടപടേന്ന് അവന്മാര് ചെയ്യും. അവന്മാര് അങ്ങനെ പ്രാക്ടീസ് ഉണ്ടാവും, പെട്ടെന്ന് കയറാൻ പറ്റുവാണ്. ചിലരുടെ ഡിവൈസ്, ചിലവരുടെ നെറ്റ്വർക്ക് ഒക്കെ എല്ലാം വേറെ വേറെ അല്ലേ, ലോഡ് ആവണതും ടൈമിംഗ് ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, അതുകൊണ്ടായിരിക്കും. കിട്ടും. കേറാൻ തന്നെ പറ്റണില്ല എന്ന്, ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് കളിച്ചിട്ട് കേറാൻ തന്നെ പറ്റണില്ല എന്ന് പറയണ്ടായിരുന്നു അവന്മാര്. പിന്നെ ചീത്തയൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു. അത് സോറി പറഞ്ഞെങ്കിലും പറഞ്ഞു, വിഷമം എനിക്കത്.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. And the finish! What a wonderful goal!
Goal. Him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Luis Suarez. Real chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Oh, great leap! Deftly away. Oh, that's delightful.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning.
Well
played.
Taken back almost at once. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Spread out to the left. Pele. Running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. It's run loose here. Rashford! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And it's Roberto Carlos. Well seen, saw that.
Well stopped.
That's beautifully weighted. Great ball and he's in here. Cannavaro. Milan leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Great defending, strong and determined. Stojkovic. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Stojkovic, shot a goal! Superb from Stojkovic! He's got himself an absolute peach. Barcelona are back in business. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Now he's got space here. Well read, and the danger is averted.
There will be 1 minute added
Right
time.
Here's the team's great visionary. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Eto. And we've reached half-time.
Well played, bro.
Nothing to separate the two
Thank you,
teams
thank
at
you.
half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
And now,
So Jim, neither side getting it all their own way so far.
Well, it's definitely been a game where both sides have tried to play to their own strengths, and I suppose neither side would be particularly unhappy with this scoreline. I suspect, Peter, the two managers will be keen to urge patience and discipline from their players now.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
I like Kadira. Really
Into
like
the
it.
second half. Crosses it in here. He leaps for it. Oh, it rattles the bar. Mateus. And it's Stojkovic. Stojkovic will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Lovely bit of skill. Eto in the hunt and looking threatening. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rashford. He is just caressing the ball. Tchouaméni defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Nicely intercepted. Tchouaméni, and it's Neymar. Milan disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Stojkovic. Rijkaard. And it's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic!
Really high, bro, high. Welcome.
Well, the keeper looks perplexed. That was hit with real ferocity.
Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Yet another interesting duel, this.
Tries to play it through. Rashford showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Albert Ferrer.
Neymar at the pani nanji.
Ended up in no man's land. Pele. Pele!
Ah,
Brilliant from Pele!
boom.
Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order.
Boom, boom player.
They get themselves in front. You just know there is no stopping that.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Goal. Bullet സാധനമായി അടിക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല.
For Milan, number 17,
The two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
number 8.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Number 3.
Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think.
Cristiano
Now it's
Ronaldo.
Inzaghi, David
Number
Villa,
20, Conte.
Filippo Inzaghi.
Number 13, El Hadj Diouf.
Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and
There will
give
be 1
themselves a
minute
chance.
added time.
And that will be it. Well, that was good. A
രണ്ടാമത്തെ കളി
terrific
ജയിച്ചു.
advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win, and it came down to one decisive
Rajesh.
moment.
And a quick
Oh, yeah,
reminder
nee.
today, everybody, to
So there
make
it
sure
is.
to put
What
any
struck you
litter
most
in the
about
bins.
that?
GG. പിന്നല്ല. Second. Free guy കിച്ചു. പിന്നല്ല. കേറ. സെറ്റാക്കാം. ഹൈ ഗ്രാഫിക്സ് കളിച്ചോട്ടെ. കത്തുന്നു. നിന്ന് കത്തും. ലെറ്റ്സ് ഗോ. കമോണ്ട്ര പിള്ളേരെ. കേറടാ. കേറി വാടാ. ഒരാളും കൂടി സബ് ചെയ്താ 350 40. ഫോൺ ഏതാ? ഫോൺ 17 Pro Max. Bulls Ice. കേറിയാ നീ? എല്ലാരും ഉറങ്ങിപ്പോയെന്ന് തോന്നുന്നു. ഉറങ്ങുന്നില്ല. പിള്ളേർ വരും. ജെറിറ്റ് ഹായ് ബ്രോ. ഫുള്ള് ഫെസ്റ്റ്. കളിക്കാറില്ലടാ ഞാൻ. കുറച്ച് ദിവസം ലീവ് ആയിരം കൊണ്ടല്ലേ കളിക്കാറില്ല. നൈറ്റ് മാത്രം
Hello and
കളിക്കാറുള്ളൂ.
welcome one and all. The atmosphere
വീഡിയോ ഒരു
building
ഷോർട്സ്
very
പോലും.
nicely here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Gorgeous
welcome
evening.
to
The skies are clear, the noise is fervent,
Milan
the atmosphere
against
frenetic.
Manchester United.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Becklin
Somebody.
beside me.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. So things are underway. Forlan. Ronaldinho. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yeah, still certainly shapes to shoot! Glorious! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an
അങ്ങനെ പോയത്.
example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And he's intervened well there. Pele conjures time and space where few can. Passes short and sharp.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
That's a shade optimistic.
Forlan clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
കളിയേണ്ടത്
Neymar. And here's Ibrahimovic. Bale. Oh, perfectly measured that. Chouameni. Conte. Looking for the run. And it's Ibrahimovic. Nicely weighted ball. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And that has been knocked clear. Milan have it back and can go again. Now it's Bale. Now it's Forlan. Kante gets across to intercept that.
ആയി.
Manchester United couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
And he's there to
Yeah,
get
no.
it away. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Xavi Alonso, Ronaldinho. Now it's Beckham. Pele. And for the first half, that is that. There's been no
ദിനൻ
shortage of
അണ്ണാ
industry
സുഖല്ലേ?
content
പിന്നല്ലാണ്ട്
thus far. A little inspiration
വരണ
and
വഴി
inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
വരാൻ വൈകിയതിൽ സോറി. ഞാൻ വൈകി ഞാനിപ്പോ തന്നെ വന്നോളൂ. അരമണിക്കൂറായിട്ടു. നമ്മള് കളിച്ച 4 കളി 3 വിൻ 1
It
ഡ്രോ.
seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within
എന്റെ
themselves.
ഒപ്പം
Too
ജയിക്കോ?
tentative.
ഞാനല്ലേ
They have to
ജയിച്ചേക്കണ്
improve.
4
Make
കളി
it
3
fast.
വിൻ.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
പിന്നെ നീയാ പോയതാ വെറുതെ. ഇപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് ഓർമ്മയില്ലാന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചിട്ട് 50 ഇന്ന് ജയിച്ച 50 സബ് എന്റെ വക.
Well, I think in these
പിടിച്ചോ നീ?
circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Chance! And he's stuck it away.
അടുത്ത ഞാനാണ്.
Grabbed themselves an equaliser.
അയ്യോ
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Milan restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And this is Bale. Bale! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
ബുള്ളറ്റ് ഹാൾട്ട് ഇന്നെ പരത്തും. 5 ഡിഫൻസ് 10 ഡിഫൻസ് ഇട്ടിട്ടായാലും നീ ജയിക്കില്ലെന്ന്. 50
Well,
സബ് നീ
it could make
തന്നോളാം.
all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, good climb!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The attendance for this match was 80,953.
Milan have the chance to go the other way. He is through here. Oh, great run, magical. Has crossed into the middle. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Ibrahimovic, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength. The sort of desire we hope will spread.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Driving forwards. And a chance! I think that's offside. Yes, it is.
കാണിക്കണ്ട.
And it's Neymar. Now there's a fine ball. And he shoots!
അണ്ണാ അണ്ണന്റെ റാങ്കിങ് എത്രയാ? എനിക്ക് റാങ്ക് ഒന്നുമില്ലടാ. ഡിവിഷൻ ഞാൻ പ്രോ അല്ലടാ, ഞാനൊരു പാവപ്പെട്ടവന്റെ ലൈവ് എന്നാണ് ഇതിന്റെ പേര്.
Milan with the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to
ഡിവിഷൻ ഒന്നും കളിച്ച് അങ്ങനെ സെറ്റായിട്ട് നിൽക്കണവരല്ല.
Del Piero.
പക്ഷേ
Costa Curta looking to receive it in space.
ഇത്തിരി കോളം കളിക്കാനാ. അടുത്ത എന്റെ ഒപ്പം കളിക്കോ? പിന്നല്ലാണ്ട് നിങ്ങളുടെ ഒപ്പം കളിക്കാനാണ് വന്ന് നിക്കണത്.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Del Piero goes for goal. That is doing no harm at all.
ഞാൻ ഡിവിഷൻ 1 അടിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ ഏറ്റവും ലാസ്റ്റ് റാങ്ക്, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ. അത്രയ്ക്ക് സെറ്റപ്പ് ഒന്നല്ല കളി. എവിടാ നമുക്ക് ഗെയിമിനോടുള്ളൊരു ഇഷ്ടം കൊണ്ട് കളിക്കണം എന്നല്ലേ ഉള്ളൂ. ഇതിനു വേണ്ടി ഇരിക്കണില്ലടാ, ജോലിയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ട്. ജോലിക്കൊക്കെ പോണം. ഞാനിപ്പോ കുറച്ച് ദിവസം ലീവ് ആയിരം കൊണ്ട്
Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
It's Bale! That is special! Gareth Bale! A finish of true class! They have stolen level at the last! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
പിടിച്ചില്ല, 2 നാറികൾ അതിന്റെ പിന്നാലെ ഓടണുണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Look at the space here. That looks a decent chance. Now it's a race for the ball. Opts to play it back.
അത് ഗോളായില്ല. അത് ഗോളായിരുന്നു ഞാൻ ജയിച്ചാനടാ.
A draw and
ബോക്സ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്
momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
Nice.
Well, that's it for tonight's match. So just remember.
ടീഷർട്ട് ഇട്ടിട്ട് മറ്റേ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ ഓപ്പറേഷൻ കയറ്റാൻ ഇരുത്തണ പോലെ ഉണ്ടാ. ഓ എക്സ്ട്രാ ഇല്ലായിരുന്നോ? ഇല്ലടാ. ഫ്രണ്ട് ലിസ്റ്റ് ഫുള്ളാണ്ടാ. തുടക്കം തന്നെ ഞാൻ എല്ലാം ചെയ്ത് ഫുള്ളായി. ആരെങ്കിലും കളയണത് അവന്മാര് കണ്ടാ ഇടിക്കുന്ന. രാവിലെ പരത്തിയതുപോലെ രാത്രിയും പരത്തും. ഇത് കേട്ട് ഇത് പറഞ്ഞാ നീ തോറ്റ്. നീ നോക്കിക്കോ, നീ തീർന്ന്. നോക്ക്, വാ മോൻ. കരയത് പിന്നെ കരഞ്ഞ് കണ്ടമ്പഴി ഓടുമ്പോണ്ടല്ല. ഇതൊക്കെ തന്നെ പറയണം മോൻ. വെല്ലുവിളി എനിക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നില്ല. കിട്ടോടെ കിട്ടും. അങ്ങനെ നമ്മ 350 സബ്സ്ക്രൈബറായി. തങ്കപ്പനെ തോപ്പിച്ച സീനനിക്കനെ തോപ്പിച്ച 50 സബ്സ്ക്രൈബർ തരാന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞേക്കണേ. 5 ഡിഫൻഡ് ഇട്ടിട്ടായിരുന്നു തോപ്പി. ഇതായി തരാം. ലക്ക് കിട്ടണായിരിക്കണം നോക്കിയിരുന്നോ മോൻ. ലക്കും പ്ലിക്കൊക്കെ ആർക്കണം
Hello
കിട്ടണം
and welcome one
നോയിക്കോട്ടാ.
and all. The atmosphere building very nicely
തരാം
here.
മോൻ.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So we're very much on the way now. Pressing high and with purpose.
തെറ്റി.
Who do you think this
പേടിച്ച
turns up,
രാവിലെ.
Jim?
I'm just so pleased that Andy Robertson here is finally getting the plaudits he deserves. When you consider the journey he's had from the lower tiers in Scottish football, he's become a real success story of hard graft and hunger, and you can really see that in his no-nonsense style. He's won with a very steely, determined streak.
It's Eto! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Milan with the corner, they're first. Big relief, it just needed better contact.
ജനൂബാണ്
Pele
ഞാന്.
really couldn't have done much better with that. He was under so much pressure.
Xavi Alonso. Ibrahimovic. Oh, that's fabulous.
അയ്യോ,
Quite have the weight on it.
തങ്കപ്പൻ നെയ്മർ.
So it is still 0-0. Looking for the run. That is a great pick out. That'll be a corner.
കളിക്കാൻ എനിക്കറിയില്ലടാ, സീനാണ്.
De Bruyne goes short. Impressive jump. Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Fernando Torres really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, good climb. Goal, France! The first significant strike. Great corner, and he did the rest.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
France have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
France couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Doué, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Doué going forward. Goes for a shot! Oh, good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring.
എനിക്കിഷ്ടായി കളി. സൂപ്പർ കളി.
What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
France are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now with 2 up.
That ball looks a good one. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And it's half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in the second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. Beckham, that's a foul, no two ways about it. No second thought, a straight red card. France are down to 10 men.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
Chouameni, Davids. Closing it. He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Neymar is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. It's going to be another corner, I think. Corner number 3 coming up. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Tries to pass it through. There's the shot!
Nice.
That was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
വൈകിയല്ലോ അല്ലേ? ശരിയാണ്, വൈകി, എന്ത് ചെയ്യാനാ?
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
Doué, given the lift of his goal, that's been slipped through. But can he finish? Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
France have their third corner. Cleared away. And now they can spring out of defence.
Was 80,953.
Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Now it's Ibrahimovic. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Good ball, good take. Beckenbauer with the slide tackle there. De Bruyne. Now that looks a decent ball. And here's Neymar. Albert Ferrer. That's very neat. And this is Neymar. And it's Davids. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a form. It's Pele! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, the defence are in a good position to
fan
get
ആണ്
behind the
bro.
ball and let them just try from
ബോട്ട്
range.
ആരുടെ ബോട്ട്? ഞാൻ ബാബുഖാനാണോ ബോട്ട്? ഒറ്റാ.
Substitution for Milan.
എന്ത് സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റ് ആണ്ടാ?
Number 18.
So changes afoot here
Number
and from
7,
both sides.
Eto. Number 21, Ibrahimovic. Number 9, Neymar. Number
Messi
5,
demonstrating his defensive quality there. Lovely feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. This is Ronaldo. Surely!
Number 13,
Milan are certainly now looking like a sorry lot. They haven't got a proper defence or attack, for that matter.
He's shifting through the gears here. Costa Curta defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Oh, no messing about. It is red. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, they are now a 9-man team.
ആരുണ്ടത്?
Davids. And he's cut it out.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Batistuta. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. He's found a way through. Plenty to aim at. And a chance! Messi. Well seen. And that is as far as it goes. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Milan desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win like that.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
ശരിയാവും. വാച്ചി ലക്കുലകമ്മ ഇതേതുണ്ട് ഇവൻ ഈ നവാബ് എന്ന് പറയണത് ഊള ശബരി ഉണ്ടാണ്ടക്ക് സെറ്റായില്ലപ്പാ. പരിക്കൂട്ട എന്തോരം കോടാണ്ടത്. എന്ത് സീനാടത്. ബ്രോ എല്ലാവരും സബ് ചെയ്യണോട്ടോ. ലൈക്ക് ആൻഡ് സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് പ്ലീസ്. 20 പേര് വാച്ചിങ് ഉണ്ട്. ആകെ 7. ശരി, ലൈക്ക് അടി. വീഡിയോ ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കടാ. വീഡിയോ ലൈക്ക് അടിക്കടാ. എന്നിട്ട് ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിച്ച് തോക്കണവര് സബ് ചെയ്യണോട്ടാ. പറഞ്ഞില്ല വേണ്ട. പിന്നെയും പോയി. കിട്ടും ബ്രോ കിട്ടും. വെയിറ്റ്. പ്ലസ് ആൾക്കാർ വെയിറ്റിംഗ് അല്ലേ. കോപ്പിട് എടാ. എനിക്കറിയില്ലടാ അത് കളിക്കാൻ. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ക്രിയേറ്റിനു ഇനി എന്താണ്ടത്. ഓട് ഡ്രസ് മറച്ചനിട്ടേക്കണമെന്നല്ലേ. അല്ല വേണ്ട. കണ്ട ബാക്കിലൊരു സാധനം കണ്ട കണ്ടാ കുറച്ചല്ലിട്ടേക്കണം. ഇത് വന്നാരണ്ടല്ലേ പറയണത്. ട്രെൻഡാണ് ഇതൊക്കെ. ട്രെൻഡിനൊപ്പം ഞാൻ. ഐ ആം സ്റ്റിൽ വെയിറ്റിംഗ് മുഹമ്മദ്. പിന്നല്ല കളിക്കാൻ നോക്ക്. ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കുന്നില്ലേ പിന്നെ ഡിവിഷൻ റാങ്ക് പുഷൊക്കെ എന്തിനാ കൊടുക്കുന്നു. ഡിവിഷൻ റാങ്ക് ഞാൻ കാലത്ത് കുറച്ച് നേരത്തെ കളിച്ചതിന്ന് എഡിറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് സെറ്റാക്കിയതാണ്. ഡിവിഷൻ ഞാൻ കളിക്കും. ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഇവന്മാര് ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി കളിക്കാൻ വരും. എന്ത് ചെയ്യാനാണ്ടാ. ഒരു ഡിവിഷൻ തോറ്റ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ജയിച്ച ഡിവിഷന് ആണ് വെക്കാറ്.
Well, what a sight this
സമ്മതിക്കണ്ടേ.
is. A beautiful
ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി
evening
കളിക്കാന്ന്
and
പറയും.
the promise of a match
ഡിവിഷൻ
that will
കളിക്കുമ്പോ
really
ആരുമില്ല.
get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi,
ഡിവിഷൻ
everyone.
കളിക്കുമ്പേ
The excitement has really
വ്യൂവേഴ്സ് ആരും
picked
ഇല്ലടാ.
up now,
അപ്പൊ
and
ഞാൻ പിന്നെ
I'm eager for the
അങ്ങനെ
action to
ഇതാക്കി.
start.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. If you have just joined, it's Ibrahimovic!
Ibrahimovic just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Tries to pass it through. Eto! Pass somewhat off target. Messi! And the ball's come loose here. Oh, super ball.
Milan would very much seem to be growing their confidence here. You can feel it.
Pele picks it up out wide. Rijkaard applies the finish. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
പ്രശ്നമുണ്ടോ?
Chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. He has found a way through. That ball looks a good one. That's the keeper's ball. And they can counter here. Raul stood his ground strongly. And it's played in. And here comes the corner.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. And it's Otto. Towering header! Goal! Barcelona! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Half an hour played now. Vinicius Junior. Adams defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
കളിച്ചാൽ മതി 3-3 ആവുന്നു.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the
ഇല്ലടാ എനിക്ക്
execution
ഒട്ടും
was
പറ്റണില്ലടാ, അല്ലേ ഞാൻ കളിക്കൂലേ, എനിക്കത് പറ്റണമെന്നുണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ
Well, he
എന്ത്
was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Roberto Carlos has been caught there, it's a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Eto.
Milan certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Robertson scooting forward.
അവസാനത്തെ കുറെ സമയമാകുമ്പോ എനിക്ക് കളിക്കാനും അറിയില്ല.
Ibrahimovic. Oh, easy pickings there. Now, can they get him away? And it's Otto.
2 added
Oh,
minutes
sweet
has been
feet.
indicated.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game
ചെയ്യാൻ
here.
പറ്റും.
Milan
And a
go
quick
in
reminder
at
today
half-time
that parking
with
in the
a
area
game
around
to
the
chase.
stadium is strictly forbidden.
Well, for me,
Please use
Peter,
parking
things have
provided by
never
the club
really
or
got
any other
going,
paid
but at
parking
least this will
facilities
be a
in
good
the area.
time to reflect
അവര്
and
ഇങ്ങനെ
regroup.
പരത്തി
I
വിടും
can see
ചെക്കൻ,
a few changes coming,
വെറുതെ ചെക്കനെ
because whatever
വെല്ലുവിളിക്കണ്ട.
they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Milan can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Messi gets on his bike and on the move. Oh, that's a very decent ball. He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
And here's the chance to counter. He can run onto that. And he's managed to get free. Not the most convincing of passes.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
അടിപൊളി കളിയാണ് ട്ടാ. ശ്രീരാജ്, ഹലോ ബ്രോ.
Batistuta looking to pass their way up the pitch. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. And it's Messi. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there'll be no accusations of a lack of effort. They're giving as good as they get when it comes to chances. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Please spin man. Coin hazard.
It's their second corner of the game.
നിന്റെ ഭാഗ്യം എന്ത്
They've played it short. Tries to cross.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me.
ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ട്രിക്ക് ഉണ്ടല്ലേ
A finishing touch.
And he was quick to react. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries to play it through. Batistuta. That has not gone well. And he's decided to go for it.
Goal
And
അടിക്കാൻ
that could have
പറ്റുന്നില്ല.
been game, set and match.
Well, for me, he seems to be playing with a lot more zest now. He does look the most likely to grab that second goal cushion.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
മറ്റേ കോർണർ അടിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഇപ്പുറത്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന ആൾക്ക് പാസ് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് നേരെ അങ്ങോട്ട് ക്രോസ് ഇടണം ഇങ്ങനെ ഗോൾ അടിച്ചവൻ തന്നെയാണ് എപ്പോഴും ചെയ്യണത്.
Substitution for Milan, number 15.
അതല്ലടാ ഞാൻ സ്പിൻ ചെയ്യണ കാര്യമല്ല പറഞ്ഞ
Guardiola
Game play
is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Number 5,
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Messi. Number 18, Pele. Coming on the field.
He's beaten the keeper, but hit the
Daniel
post.
Van Buiten.
This
Number
usually
6,
is the time teams go into
Cristiano
conservation
Ronaldo.
mode.
Number 3, Marquinhos. Number 22,
Neymar.
Bellingham.
Oh, it's Batistuta.
Number 9, Neymar.
Bale.
Substitution.
So just one
There will be
extra
1
minute for
minute added
stoppages.
time.
Otto is in a really good position out wide. Takes a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this? Batistuta!
എത്ര മിനിറ്റ് ആണ് നോക്കി എക്സ്ട്രാ ടൈം അല്ലേ
And
97
there goes the final whistle. Well, that was tense. The two
Time
parties
match
separated by the
use ആക്കി
game's
ഇട്ടാണ്.
only really meaningful moment. Intriguing
Good.
for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest.
എനിക്ക് കളിക്കാൻ അറിയില്ലടാ അത്
I hate to
എനിക്ക്
sound
പ്രാന്ത് പിടിക്കാതെ
too
കളിച്ച
harsh,
ദേഷ്യം
Peter,
വരും
but that was poor. I mean, devoid of ideas, devoid of guile, devoid of cohesion, and ultimately devoid of any real...
അതെനിക്ക് ഫണ്ണായിട്ട് തോന്നിയിട്ടില്ല. എനിക്കിഷ്ടല്ല അത്. എനിക്ക് കളിക്കാൻ പറ്റണില്ല, കളിക്കാൻ അറിയില്ല. തിളയ്ക്കണ്. എനിക്കത് 2v2 ഒന്നുമില്ല കേട്ടോ, അങ്ങനെ കിക്കൊന്നും ചെയ്യില്ല, ഉള്ളവർ വെച്ച് അങ്ങോട്ട് കളിക്കും. കിക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഓരോരുത്തന്മാരെ കിക്ക് ചെയ്തും പറഞ്ഞ് അവന്മാരിറങ്ങി പോവാൻ. ഇറക്കി നോക്കാം. എനിക്ക് ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് ഓൾറെഡി ഇബ്രാഹിം വെച്ചിനെ തന്നു, ഫ്രീ ആയിട്ട് കിട്ടൂലടാ. നമ്മെല്ലാ യൂട്യൂബേഴ്സിനെയും പോലെ അല്ലല്ലടാ, വെറൈറ്റി അല്ലേ. ബാർ നീയാണാ? ഓപ്പോണന്റ് ഫുൾ സെറ്റ് അല്ലേ ബ്രോ? വേണ്ട, എനിക്ക് എന്റെ ആൾക്കാരെ പോലും മനസ്സിലാവില്ല ഇതില്. ഞാനത് കണ്ടുപിടിച്ച് വരുമ്പോഴേക്കും കളി കഴിയും. ഗൗരിനാഥ് കളി തുടങ്ങി. ഫോർമേഷൻ ചേഞ്ച് ആക്കണ്ട, നീ പഠിച്ചോ. ഇത് നോക്കാനില്ല, കളിക്കോ. തുടങ്ങടാ, എന്തോരം നേരെ ഇത് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്, സമയം പോകുന്നു വെറുതെ. ഓക്കെ, നാട്ടിലെവിടെയാണെന്നാ? തൃശ്ശൂര് കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂർ.
So welcome one and all to a
എന്താ
picturesque
ബ്രോ?
evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
500 സ്പിന്നില് 3 എപ്പിക്കാം
Well, the
കിട്ടണ്ട്.
pre-match build-up has been
വെറുതെ
fantastic.
പറയണിങ്ങനെ.
Now the game itself. We're up and running then.
Rafael Varane is someone I've always liked a lot for his incredible discipline and intelligence, Peter. So often having to play a covering role for a more aggressive partner, he really has made that style his own.
Yeah, that's something for which he has rightly received a lot of praise in view of the kind of players he's been paired with down the years.
Yeah, and something he can do thanks to his great recovery pace and an outstanding sense of...
Ibrahimovic! And the ball's come loose here. Cannavaro did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Varane promptly onto that, and that is that. No way through. Neither side yet able to find the net. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Cannavaro. That's the throw. Bellingham. Oh, facing up to his adversary. The chance for a shot!
ആരുടെ ഗോളിനെ കയറ്റിക്കൊണ്ടെന്ന്
Italy! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
Italy have taken the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Bellingham plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. Half an hour played now. It's a good surge he's making up the left-hand side. Messi. Now it's Villa. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's onside. It's anyone's ball now. Ibrahimovic. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them.
Barcelona certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Davids. Closing in on goal. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And Batistuta! It's bounced back off the post. And that is expertly dealt with.
You've got to make this nice and quick.
Pele getting forward. And the referee has blown for half-time.
മനസ്സിലാവണ പോലും ഇല്ല
Plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Barcelona currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon.
കണ്ട പൗസ് ചെയ്ത് വെച്ച് ഫുള്ള് തീർക്കും സമയം. വെറുതെ സമയം കളയും. ഞാൻ തുടിക്കും. എനിക്ക് ഒന്നാമത് കളിക്കാൻ എനിക്ക് പറ്റണില്ല.
Number 22, Danny Olmo.
So right back into the action.
David Villa.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Substitution in progress.
That's pretty clear. It is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Disappointing, very
GG.
disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Ibrahimovic ready to try one.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
Shot. Can he finish? Oh, good finish. Gets a good foot in there. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, well played, well played. He's having a shot! And that's in. Barcelona are back in business. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
Barcelona restore parity.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
And we have our very first corner. Baggio plays it short. Italy are looking to go forward now. Now it's Cruyff. It's played through for him. Khan with the clearance. Beckenbauer, and it's Kagawa. Certain amount of room for debate here, but a goal kick's been given. Barcelona perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Davids. Roberto Baggio. Foot in. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And smartly reclaimed. Zanetti.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Pele quietly revving up. Pass somewhat off target. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And that's going to be a booking.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Rafael Varane. 75 minutes played.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Rafinha. Beckenbauer. Aimed beyond the defence. Rummenigge has found the net here, of course.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
That has been
There will be 3
cut
minutes
short.
added time.
Now it's Pele. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. He has found the way through. Showing good feet. The end time is up. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Ibrahimovic picking up the Man of the Match award, and
now,
no
to
surprise
all members
there.
of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to
Tells you
join me
somewhat
in
what we've
wishing
witnessed,
our
Jim.
birthday
Well,
boy
a decent draw,
very
Peter, with a
special
good mix
birthday.
of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom.
ഡിവിഷൻ കളിക്കാൻ പോകും. ഒരു ടീം ഉണ്ടാക്കിയ പുതിയ കെ ടീം. Anyway. One. Ishal, play for 50 rupees ഉണ്ടോ? എന്നിട്ട് ജയി.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Red and black wherever you turn, the San Siro is buzzing. Certainly up for this one. Things already rolling.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as...
Oh, what has happened here? Can he finish? It's gone in!
എന്തിനാ കാണിച്ചേ?
His own net!
Well, that's really unfortunate. He'll be
Yeah,
kicking
it's
himself at the
post
moment,
cricket.
and believe me, I know how that feels. It's a huge moment for the game and a shocking moment for him personally, but it happened at the best possible time. This is recoverable.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
It's a good run he's making out on the left. And he was alert to it. Chouameni makes a dash for it. Milan very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Oh, important interception. Costa Curta.
Toon definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Looking tidy in possession here. Rijkaard.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And he's worked it through. Varane makes the interception. Eto! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, such a clever touch. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Roberto Carlos. Oh, easy pickings there. Neymar. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Lopez. Otto has the space to scheme. Gets his head on it! He's got a goal!
അയ്യോ
They've done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Devoid of any complexity, but boy was that certain.
Well, when you get service like that into the box, you can't go wrong.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect
will be
when you have
1
so
minute
much
added
class
time.
for both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Milan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Milan are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Roberto Carlos. Otto. And it's Otto. Batistuta. Shoots! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Pele looking to receive it in space. And that is a little undercooked. And here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, that is a nice touch.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players
The
aren't dropping
attendance for
back
this
anymore.
match was
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
80,607.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Pele.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now that's well seen too.
Ah.
Neymar. Ibrahimovic. And here's Batistuta. Done delicately. Tchouaméni. And it's Neymar.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Tchouaméni. Zanetti. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's a key interception. Fermin. And it's Neymar. That looks a good ball through. Schmeichel with the clearance. And that's gone loose. Oh, that's really good play on the right. He's driving forward. Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Yellow or red? It is red.
അതാ
Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him.
അയ്യോ
Judgments taking place.
Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
നെക്സ്റ്റ് മീ പ്ലീസ്
Ibrahimovic looking to play it into the box.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
They've got to be quick to recover this.
Toon clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
He has found the way. And a chance! And again! Goal! Milan!
ഗോൾ സംഭവിച്ചു.
And again they hit the front. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, Peter, I know from experience there are players who always seem to know where the ball's going to end up. This isn't about luck at all, despite what people say. Just keep an eye on his movement.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Milan have their lead.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area.
Substitution in progress.
Roberto Carlos did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble.
He's shooting! It's in! And right near the end, we have parity. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now,
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. How would you sum up what we win?
പോയോ ഫസ്റ്റ് സൗണ്ട് ഗോൾ ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ ജയിച്ചാണ്. ശരിയാണ്. വാ നാളെ നോക്കാമല്ലോ നമുക്ക്. നാളെ നീ 50 സബിനെ കൊണ്ട് വരേണ്ടി വരും. പിന്നെ നിക്കാം. ഗെയിമിങ് ബ്രൂ നോക്കാല. നാളെ വാമോൻ. ബാക്കി നാളെ. ഞാൻ ജയിക്കണ്ടേണ്. ജസ്റ്റ് മിസ് ലാസ്റ്റത്തെ പാട്ട ഗോള് കാരം കൊണ്ട്. എന്ത് ഗോളാണത്? ഗോളാണത് അലമ്പ് ഗോള്. അക്കൗണ്ട് സെറ്റായില്ല. സെറ്റാവും, പയ്യാവുള്ളൂ, ടൈം എടുക്കും. പുതിയ അക്കൗണ്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കുക. ആ സാഡിനെ കറക്കി എടുക്കും. ആ സാഡിനെ നീ എടുക്കാം. സെറ്റ്. അതെന്റെ ടെക്നിക്ക്. നിന്നെ കൊണ്ടെന്നെ ഗോൾ അടിപ്പിച്ചത്. എന്റെ ആളുടെ ആവശ്യമില്ല. നിന്റെ ആൾക്കാർ തന്നെ നമ്മളേക്ക് മറിയും. കോഴക്കളി നേട്ടണ്ടായി. അതാണത്. എടുത്തത് നീ. സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റുകാരൻ കൊണ്ട് തന്നത് അതൊക്കെ, അല്ലാണ്ട് എന്ത്.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
നാളെ നോക്കാലോ.
I'm Peter Drury,
സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റൊക്കെ
and
ഒഴിവാക്കി
here with me
വാങ്ങി.
in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a
പുറത്ത്
pleasure and
വരണ്ടല്ലോ.
a privilege for me to be here.
കിടക്കായിരുന്നു വേഗം.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. So we're very much on the way now. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Neymar. That's been cut out, well played. Juve. And it's Batistuta. And here's Donatoni. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Batistuta!
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Knocks it out wide. Pele. Can he finish? Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
The first breakthrough.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Howson defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. No, he's not getting any further than that. And here's Donatoni. Can he spark a counter here? Pele running a took here. He's having a shot! Tries from a long way out. Nicked it back promptly. Beckenbauer. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way. Can he finish? Delicious from Juve! He's got himself an absolute peach. And they're threatening to fly away here.
ചെക്ക 2 ഗോൾ അടിച്ചപ്പോ
The
സെലിബ്രേഷൻ
movement
കിട്ടി.
so
ഞാൻ
precise, the
വീഡിയോ
finish sumptuous.
Milan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal.
Tries a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post.
There will be 1
It's a
minute
pretty
added
loose
time.
pass. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
പ്രോയാണപ്പാ.
Certainly seems to be the case.
And a quick
ഒറ്റക്ക് വെച്ച് പോയിട്ട് എന്തായി? അപ്പൊ എക്സ്ട്രാ ടൈം ഒന്നും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നില്ലേ?
located
One
by
will
the
be
entrance
solid,
gate.
the other
Thank
needs
you
to be
very much
pretty
for your
inspiring.
cooperation.
അവധി വിശാൽ
Milan are heading into the break.
എക്സ്ട്രാ ടൈമൊക്കെ
Very
ഇടണ്ടേ?
happy with how it's
പെനാൽറ്റി ഒക്കെ
gone so
വെക്കണ്ടേ?
far. And we get things going again. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Tries to play it through. Howson bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, some astute defending there. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is back. And the finish!
And he was there to get a vital touch. Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Baggio plays it short, opts to play it back, picked out brilliantly. He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, nice touch. Engages and forces him off the ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Pass somewhat off target. And he's there to retrieve. Chance for a shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
The attendance for this match was 80,314.
Oh no, this does not look good. Big chance!
ഗോളിനുള്ളതാണത്.
Oh, a horrible error, and he has nowhere to hide.
I think the defence really need to wake up here, Peter. They really shouldn't be getting caught out like that.
Just one in it now.
Well, we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Great vision.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now. And Batistuta! It's bounced back off the post. Chouameni. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, now he can run away with it. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Baggio. And this is Batistuta. Milan can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Barcelona really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
Pele showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Added time.
Well read, nice interception. And that will be the final act. Milan proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it. Duke claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Thank you very much for your cooperation.
The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a...
ബ്രോ പറയ് ബ്രോ ജോഷ്. കളിക്കടാ 500 അല്ലേ? വലിയ പുള്ളി.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. Things already rolling. Oh, this looks sharp. And here's Lukaku.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's burst through. Shot a goal! Birmingham are looking to break at pace. Well, here's a man who stunned everyone in that famous summer of 2002. He had a hand in his country's most famous goal, their most famous win, and he helped to introduce the footballing planet to Senegal.
Yeah, he did indeed, Peter. El Hadj Diouf, the undoubted driving force behind that fast, powerful, direct style of football that once shocked the world.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Now this could be a chance. Rodri. Still goalless. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Bruno Fernandes gets a foot in here. Alexander-Arnold stood up well to him there. Tele, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That has not gone well. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Milan clearly should have gone.
Takes a shot! Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. Rodri. Aimed beyond the defence. Bruno Fernandes! Off the post!
ഭാഗ്യമുണ്ട്.
And that has fair fizzed.
Nothing wrong with the idea. Inches away.
Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Ibrahimovic, can he finish? Superb goal!
And for such a
GT
big name on your
Blues
side
ആരാ?
to register very close to the
നമ്മുടെ
break,
പയ്യനാണ്,
not only
ഇതുള്ളതാണ്.
creates a real buzz in your dressing
എന്ത്
room
പറ്റി?
during the break,
എന്തെങ്കിലും
but
പ്രശ്നമുണ്ടോ?
dispirits the opposition too and sets up a decent chance to go on and finish this game to their liking now.
Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that is the end of the
Appalling.
first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
And we'd like to
Milan
inform you
just
now that
ahead
the
then
latest
as we
travel
reach
information
45
is currently
minutes.
being displayed on the screen.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break.
Substitutions taking place.
So the action resumes.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
ഓണം ഇത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ചിലപ്പോൾ നിർത്തും.
And here's Inzaghi.
Filippo Inzaghi really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Filippo Inzaghi. And it's Neymar. Neymar. Oh, this is a very good run. Tchouaméni. Neymar. Tchouaméni. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Passing is crisp and sharp. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Davids. Milan leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. And the score is 1-0. And here's Inzaghi. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Now it's Pele. Can he get it through? He's in a good position here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Ibrahimovic receives it in a good position here. That's a sharp pass. Dani Olmo. Foden. And here's Neymar. Spread neatly. And this is Neymar. Great chance! Oh, it rattles the bar.
Birmingham really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And here's Inzaghi. He's on it. Can he get away? He's going for goal! And the difference is still one, but only just.
Dani Olmo is clearly gutted about that one, but he needs to shake it off and go again.
Neymar, who's set up one goal so far. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Milan, moments now away from seeing this one out. Tchouaméni does really well to win the ball there. That's that, the end. Milan have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Ibrahimovic claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument.
From today's match is now on
How
sale
would you
in
sum
the
up what we've
stadium.
witnessed, Jim?
Well, it may be smiles all round, Peter, but it's a game that's given the boss some food for thought. Good result, yes, but they really could have done with making life easier. All it would have needed was just to take another chance or two.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Ada സംഭവം എന്നോടാ ശബരി ആരാണ് 3-1 ജയിച്ചത്? നീ തോറ്റ? ബ്രോ കൊല്ലർ വന്നോ? ഇല്ലടാ, കൊല്ലറൊന്നുമില്ല. ഇപ്പൊ 2 ദിവസമായിട്ട് ആളില്ല. ഇത് ലാസ്റ്റ് കളി, ഞാൻ നിർത്തണ്ട, വയ്യ, ഉറങ്ങണം, രാവിലെ കളിക്കാം. ശബരി ഫോമാണ്, എല്ലാരെയും വിളിച്ചോണ്ടിരിക്കണ്. പറ്റിയത് ഇതാണോ? കൊല്ലർ ഇതല്ലേ? നിർത്തല്ലേ എന്നാ, കൊല്ലറല്ലേ? ഇത് അഡ്രിയാനാണെന്ന് എനിക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി. അതല്ല പേര്, കൊല്ലറിനെ വെച്ച് കളിക്കണവനല്ലേ എന്നാണ് ഞാൻ ചോദിച്ചത്. ക്ലോസ് ഇട്ട് കളിക്കാൻ ഒരുത്തൻ വന്നിരുന്നില്ലടാ. ഇല്ലാട്ടാ, വേറെയാണ് ചക്കൻ. ടീം മാറ്റിന്നാ. ഒരു ഫോമാണ്, റൂം കോഡ്
Oh, and welcome one and all. The
അലക്കാണ്.
atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear. The noise is
കൊല്ലറക്കോണ്ട്
fervent.
തന്നെ, പക്ഷെ ടീം
Atmosphere
മാറ്റി.
frenetic. I'm
നല്ല
Peter
കാര്യം.
Drury, and seated in the
ഗുഡ്.
experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin. Hi everyone,
ഫ്രണ്ട്ലി ഒക്കെ
and
കളിക്കുമ്പോ
thanks
എന്തിനാ അങ്ങനെ
Peter. It's
കളിക്കണത്?
great to
വല്ല
be on board.
ഡിവിഷനിലൊക്കെ പോയി കളിച്ചാൽ അവർക്ക് പിന്നെ ഇത്
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. If you have just joined, you have just missed the kickoff. Tries a shot!
സോറി കേട്ടോ, ഒരു ലാസ്റ്റ് മാച്ച് എന്തിനാണ്ട സോറി.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, some tackle that. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Good running, strong and purposeful. And it's Chouameni.
Frank Rijkaard can really make his presence felt. A superb defense.
He's going for goal!
കാര്യണ്ടായില്ല,
Superb from Pele!
ബോളിനെ കേട്ടണ്ട.
About as smooth as it gets.
നാളെ ലൈവ് ഉണ്ടാവും കാലത്തിട, അതുകൊണ്ടാ ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പോണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ
Whoever
നീക്കൂല.
is in his path, he will
പിന്നെ
always
എന്റെ
find a
വണ്ടി
way.
ശരിയാക്കാനൊക്കെ
Well, at
കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്
one
ഞാൻ.
stage he was being body checked, Peter,
നാളെ
and
കിട്ടും
then
അത്.
the next minute it's in the
വണ്ടിയുടെ
back of the net.
സെൻസർ
That's
പോയിട്ട്
wonderful striking.
ഞാൻ എന്ത് ചെയ്യും?
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Koundé did well to emerge with
RC
the ball.
200
That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Pele, and he shoots!
പണ്ട് മേടിച്ചാണ്ടാ, പണ്ട് മേടിച്ചാണ്,
He's stuck it
19
away.
മേടിച്ചാണ്.
And they're threatening to fly away here. That
19
is
ലാസ്റ്റ്,
so good,
19
such sharp
ഡിസംബർ.
skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a
ഓപ്പിൽ ഞാൻ
finish. I mean,
ബസ്സിനല്ലേ ഇപ്പൊ
instinctive
പോണത്
finish
എന്നിട്ട്
at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
കംപ്ലൈന്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഷോ നമ്മല്ലെങ്കിൽ തന്നെ കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട എണീക്കണത്,
Milan
പിന്നെ
are
ബസ്സൊക്കെ
now
കാത്ത് കണ്ട ഒരു അവസ്ഥ
luxuriating in
ഉണ്ടല്ലോ.
a 2-goal lead.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Couldn't squeeze it through.
സെൻസർ
Oh, this is a
വാങ്ങാനും
great
കിട്ടണില്ല.
pass. It's Pele! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Messi. Rice. Tries to play it through. This takes a shot! And it's there!
TPS എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു സാധനമുണ്ട്.
In a
ഇത് പോയി.
trice, and
ഇത്
they
ക്ലച്ച്
are
പിടിക്കുമ്പോൾ ഓഫായി.
soaring.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Milan find a position of real strength now.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Five minutes till the break. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. And here's Bale.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Neymar. And that's clear cut.
കാട്
It's a
red.
free kick. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
പോയാ കടിച്ചു പോയില്ല. ഈ വിഷം കളിച്ചോളാം. തോൽവി ഏറ്റുവാങ്ങിക്കൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ വീണ്ടും PG team.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Milan against Milan.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. And we're underway. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, what I like about this system, Peter, is the way in which both central midfielders have to work in tandem. If one opts to go forward, the other sits, and when one moves either side to snuff out an attack, the other will hold the central ground. Communication is obviously vital to make it a success, but this team knows what it's doing.
Kelly!
Good goal.
Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
You don't keep those outs. He knew It's Eto! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. A temporary retreat here. And it's Chouameni. And he's in on goal.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Pele driving forwards. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Milan are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Pele can so cleverly, but... Mbappe! No, just not quite.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Great.
It's Pele! Superb from Pele! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just
Schneider! Goal, Milan! And they get themselves in front! That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
that is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Milan have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Schneider going face to face with his great rival. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Schneider ready to try one. So a genuine chance to increase the lead. Schneider! Oh, that wasn't the worst.
Goal
effort
പോയി
in the
കഴിഞ്ഞാ
world.
ചാടണം.
Snyder certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
And it's Hullet. Pele.
There will be 3 minutes of
Chouameni.
time.
Neymar. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Neymar has an approach to the game, and that brings the first half to a close. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half, neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And so the action is resumed.
Milan can really do with some bigger names.
Chance! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Eto!
So,
No, not the best of headers.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Wan-Bissaka. Hullet. Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And the shot! And a
Ah.
neat finish! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty
Yo.
good for them now.
ഇതൊരു പണ്ടാറായി.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Listen, no one was
Yeah.
expecting a shot from there. That's quite outrageous.
Substitution for Milan. Number 7, Bullet.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So the lead now is 2.
I wonder if the manager is tempted to go for another and really kill the game off completely. I, for one, think he should now.
Now it's Mbappe. And a chance! They would have been quick to recover this. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Milan perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Roberto Carlos looking to pass their way up the pitch. Looking for the run. Eto'o is onto this. Oh, cracking ball.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Milan can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That is good alertness. Rodri. Hakimi. 75 minutes played. Now it's Kaka. He'll try from distance! And that
Bro,
would
big-
have been game, set and match.
നാട്ടിലെവിടെ?
is fully aware of how important that could have
ഞാനാണോ?
been. Probably
പ്രവീൺ
game, set and match.
തൃശ്ശൂര് കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂർ.
Schneider goes short. And now they can sprint. Shot a goal!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
Over to the right flank. Now this could be a chance. And he can thump it away. Taken back almost at once. Pele. Passes short and sharp. Wan-Bissaka did well to step in there. That was more than necessary.
Two added
Once
minutes
more
has
he
been
proves
indicated.
rigid and robust. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
തോന്നിന്നാ എങ്ങനെ
That's
Ready.
at the end.
മീൻ ബ്രോ
were a team
പെണ്ണുണ്ടോ
not
പെണ്ണ്
short on
ഞാനേ
effort, but
ലൈവ്
ultimately they
നിർത്താന്ന്
were
വെച്ചിട്ട്
found wanting
നിർത്തി
when it
അപ്പൊ ഞാൻ
mattered.
ഡിവിഷൻ കളിച്ച്
That is
നോക്കിയാണ്
simply
നല്ല സുഖം
not
കിട്ടി.
how you go about winning.
ഇനി നിർത്താണ് നാളെ
How
രാവിലെ.
would you sum up what we've witnessed,
Hello,
Jim?
attendees.
Well, Peter,
This
I
is a
really
lost
couldn't see what
children's
this team
announcement.
was trying to
Please
achieve,
keep your
whether
eyes
it's the
on your
manager's
Welcome back.
message not getting through
വയ്യ
or not having the
ഉറക്കം
right
വരണേ.
players in the right
സുഖമില്ല.
positions. It all looked a bit lost.
നാളെ രാവിലെ
Well, that's it for
Hello.
tonight's match. So it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
അടാ എനിക്ക് നാളെ രാവിലെ ഞാൻ വരാം. വാക്ക് കേൾക്കുമ്പോ മനസ്സിലായിന്നല്ലേ. എൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് കുറെ പേര് കൊച്ചിയിലെവിടെ എന്നാണ് ചോദിക്കുക. കൊച്ചിയിലല്ല ബ്രോ, കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂരാണ്, തൃശ്ശൂര് കൊടുങ്ങല്ലൂർ എന്ന് പറയും ഞാൻ. നാളെ വരാടാ, കാലത്ത് വരാം. ഇനി ഉറങ്ങാൻ പറ്റില്ല, വയ്യാണ്ടാവും. നാളെ കുറച്ച് പരിപാടി ഉച്ചയ്ക്ക് ശേഷം. ഓക്കെ, ബൈ. രാവിലെ പാക്കലാം. എല്ലാവർക്കും ബൈ. ടാറ്റാ.